do that on a baby before I had a child, I would be like, oh, that's... I would never lift the butt cheeks to see if there's an ant. Like, I wouldn't be that kind. I'd be like, oh, that's yours. So when I was pregnant with Sander, it was definitely not planned, and I wasn't prepared at all. And I think for the 9 months, we needed so much to prepare for having a baby. I think in general, it's really good that we have 9 months to prepare, or even longer. And when he came, it was such a beautiful blessing. And each day, I've just been falling in love with him even more. And every day, there's just new dimensions of getting to know each other. And we have so much fun. He just really makes me laugh every day. He's just so funny. The other night he was just laughing in his sleep, and it's like it's amazing to see him grow and really following every step he takes. It's this feels like my purpose in life right now, and it's beautiful as a parent to just allow all this time and effort that's put in to raise a child, just to be there and to be in service of someone. And I really have grown as a person to like put a lot of my own like small problems and things I would worry about. I just put them aside because they're not necessary anymore. And yeah, I think it makes you grow as a person for sure.
You have challenging times too with Xander sometimes, like you feel like it's tough being a mom, or you have doubts with yourself or anything?
Yes, definitely. I feel that I'm not enough many times, especially solo parenting. I feel like I would want to have more energy and more time sometimes, and that's when acceptance really has to come in, and to every parent out there and to everyone who is wanting to have a child, it's okay not to be enough. And just to know that you can only do your best when in every single different experience and time, because that's all you have. And it's okay if you're not feeling that you're doing a super good job. It's okay to just do an okay job at sometimes too. Just having acceptance of your own performance. And actually my New Year's vow is to not have everything perfect, just to allow everything to be the way it is. And I think the most beautiful thing to me that I realized when traveling is that there's so many ways to raise a child, so many different ways. Like I'm grown up in Sweden, where everything is very taken care of, everything is very organized and systemized, and everything is very clean, and it's very protected, and we have our strollers, and there's some distance between the baby and the mother, or the baby and the father. But in living in Bali or living in Asia, I feel like I'm really adapting the culture of having the baby close at all times, especially the first 6 months, just having the baby so close to you, so the baby can feel your heartbeat and listen to your breath, and just feel very safe and nourished and confident hearing the sound of my own heart. Like the last couple of days being in Gili, I've really been okay with Sander playing in the dirt, and right now he's running around with the chickens and the babies and having so much fun. And I'm really learning that it takes a whole village to raise a child, and that's what I'm learning mostly. There's a saying that it takes a whole village to raise a child, and what it means is that you cannot be a super parent like being in Sweden. There's so many super mamas and super dadas that I have so much respect for, but we also need to know that it's okay to just relax and take it easy and take care of ourselves.
So you were carrying Xander a lot?
Yes, everywhere, all the time, and also being okay with him running around freely.
What is your idea of raising a child? Like, do you have a kind of direction?
Thank you for that question. I had no idea before I had a child what I would think at all, because I was just not there yet. So I still have no ideas whatsoever. But every day I'm learning how I feel I wanna co-create his childhood, because it's a co-creation. It's him communicating in his way what he likes and what he doesn't like, and me knowing and feeling what feels good for both of us. So it's so individual. I think it's so hard to tell that there's one specific way to do it. But the first and most important thing is to feel happy yourself, and also just being okay with whatever there is. But I have some main things in the way I'm raising him. Being present for him and showing him all my real emotion, and that it's okay to be angry and upset and sad, as long as he knows that I'm not upset with him, and that is just a normal way of being a human, and that is nothing to do with him. That it's, every person has their own emotions and feelings, and that everything is okay. And also, like, even if I'm busy doing something, if he really is curious and doing something, I can show him and play with him and like explore the moment like all the time. And I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful to have so much time to share with him and just explore and be curious together and have fun.
As he wants to do everything, will there be rules, like certain things where you say, okay, this is like the border, or do you have any idea in this kind of direction?
Well, yes, and of course there should be things that are not okay, because there's always things that are dangerous, and I'm definitely the type of mom who would be too allowing. I often say, you can do anything you want, but then I know that's not always healthy, and because there's dangerous things. If he's running out in front of a car, it's important to say no. Oh.
We have a kind of like feeling that he knows what he needs, and you will try to adjust a little bit, or?
I believe that children know what they need, for sure. And I also believe that it's healthy to put out boundaries to create a safe space. So when I put out guidelines in how our home is, it makes him feel more safe, and it makes him feel more trusting to the world. And I think it's so important to have rules and guidelines that are changing. And I think as he grows older, I will have even more bigger ideas in how our everyday life is. And now when he's a baby, it's so much about just being close and comforting, and just being this love surrounding him all the time. So I feel that there's a balance for every little child and their parents, and that it's individual, and it definitely depends on the journey you're on. I will have to learn personally to put up more boundaries and to create like a safe space for us, because right now I'm very allowing. It's been working so far, but as for every parent and child, you have to adjust along the way.
Can you tell me about if you're gonna do the vaccination, or you did the vaccination for Xander?
I've decided not to vaccinate or immunize Xander because I don't believe that it's healthy for a child or for a human to have vaccines. And I've been studying and reading a lot about this, and I think it's every parent's choice. But I definitely support not doing it, just because there's not enough arguments or information for me or science to prove why you should do it. And I base it on, I was immunized myself when I was little. Well, I think it can be harmful, but I think you will survive it, and you will be fine. But I don't feel any urge to do it to Xander. It just doesn't feel right in my heart.
Breaking up while you were pregnant?
Yeah, like, it's really funny. Before you enter this, like, I believe we all reincarnate to our different lives. And I know before I reincarnated, I was supposed to have a child together with Xander's father, and it's beautiful the exact way it was, and we've all grown so much from it. But we met in Hawaii, and then we fell in love and we got pregnant really fast. We didn't know each other, and it didn't work out between us. So now we're living apart, and I hope that in the future that they have a better contact. Like, I'm open for life to unfold in every single way, but I know that Sander has a lot of different influences by good people in his environment, and that feels like my responsibility to create an environment for him which is full of love. And if you don't have the possibility to have two parents to raise you, it's important to have a lot of people around that you trust that can help you to inspire and be there and to raise your child. So the environment is the most important thing, I feel like.
How the birth was with Sander?
Well, so the birth, to every parents that are yet to be parents and are pregnant, there is so much going on in your mind. It's a whole universe of thoughts, ideas, and I've been reading so much online about stories about what happened. So I knew it was going to be a 3-day nightmare of pain and going through all these different chambers of darkness in myself and fear. And I thought I was prepared for it, but then, oh boo boo. But then it was amazing. It was an amazing experience. It was a quick, healthy birth. It was a natural birth. I was the first time for the first 3-4 hours in a big water tub at home, and it was warm water, so it helped me to deal with contractions. And that I wish that for every mom, because it helped the contractions to be much easier. And then I got to the hospital, and I had the birth outside of the water, and it was beautiful, and it was incredible. And I think it's true that you never get more pain than what your body can handle. Because I remember just at my threshold of pain, I was saying, oh wow, now it's getting too much. And then the pushing contraction started, and it was time for him to come. And then he came just half an hour later, and it was the most beautiful moment ever.
Was it painful though?
Oh yeah, of course, it's so painful. It's the most painful experience ever, but you can do it. Especially if you have people around you that believe in you. So I send so much love and so much gratitude to my beautiful friend and doula, Antonia, who was there with me. It was her first birth, and it changed her life and my life. And she's studying now to become a doula. And she was there when she saw Sander's head come out, and then we held him together, and it was so cool to feel someone breathe for the first time. And I just want to do it again and again. And again, and again, and again. Before I had a child, I thought I couldn't live my life the same. What's up, Error? Dirty butt?
Camera, you know.